in her family. So as time went on, when Nikki was 17, she got pregnant. And when she got pregnant, she realized that she was having twins. And those twins were born on November the 27th, 1993. When this happened, that's when Nikki knew that she had a responsibility now that she had to include in her life. But as young people, she was not able at the time to meet those obligations. So she had her grandmother, who would be her children's great grandmother, look after her. Okay. Now, as time progressed, around 2007, or excuse me, 2000, Nikki, now 25, met a 55-year-old truck driver named Robert Heed. Now, Robert, he was more of an older man. He was settled. And before you know it, she had moved to Conyers, Georgia with Robert. And then, as soon as that happened, she went to her great grandmother, well, to her grandmother, Della Frazier, and asked Miss Della if she could have these children back in her presence now at 13, because she wanted them all to be a family. Now, when this happened, Whitehead and her children began to have a tussle, because now she was coming back in the picture and she was setting ground rules where great grandma was just letting the kids do what they need to do without any structure. Well, that didn't last long, because they wound up being with her anyway. Then soon, their rebellious side start coming out, and it started getting from emotional and slash psychological abuse towards their mother till it started getting physical. And this happened to result in counseling and juvenile court appearances. It even got so bad one time that an officer came to their house and saw that Nikki was shaking. I mean, real shaking. And it really disturbed the officer because she did not know what was going on with this mother who was shaking, and basically said in so many words that she was fearful of her own children. Now, these girls at this time were around about 14 and 15ish, I think. And they're slender. They're not that big at the time. In fact, I can show you a kind of a happy times of these young girls when they were in that age bracket. Slender, you know, you would think that they would hurt anybody. They look so innocent. But after the officer talked to the girls and talked to the mother, she could feel the vibe after even looking in the house to see what kind of condition the girls were living in. Designer clothes, nice bags, first class shoes. Like, they looking mad clean. This officer knew that something was not right with these children, that this was more of a rebellious side. So that's when the officer suggested that the best thing to do was to keep an eye on these young girls. And so that's what she did. And so she told the mother if they needed anything to let her know. Well, not as soon as the officer left, I don't even think it was 10 or 15 minutes after the girls supposed to stay in their room, they came back out and jumped on their mother again. She called for help, and the girls wound up going downtown. You would think this would be a sign for the mother to know that these children are headed down the wrong path and danger is imminent in her life. But we as parents, we don't think like that. We always think of the best of our children. But Nikki would soon find out that it wasn't that easy. Now, after this happened, the girls went to their grandmother for a while. But Nikki, trying to be a responsible mother, trying to be there for her children, she fought again to get custody. And she got custody on January 5th, 2010. A week and a day before Nikki's whole life was going to change. The girls protested the decision, but the court ordered them and their mother to live together for a 2-week trial period. 2-week trial period, guys. That's all they needed. Whitehead was found murdered on January 13, 2010 in her bathtub. The twins said that they discovered their mother dead. They were on the scene, emotionally distraught. So distraught that they were in the interrogation room holding each other, kissing a little bit like siblings do, just all distraught. But then there was instances where they could see that it was more of a forced distraught than a natural distraught. When the police starts to talk to the young girls, they told them about their mother was playing the field. She had another guy in her life that Robert did not know anything about until recently. Actually, a younger man. So they go and talk with Robert. Him also being broken up about the death of the woman he loved, complied with The police's investigation did everything they needed, and he was cleared as a suspect. But the girls were still looked at as a possibility. It wasn't going nowhere, right? So the police decided to change it up a little bit. They went and started doing their own homework and digging and digging and digging until finally, when I say finally, they had enough evidence to actually arrest these young ladies. May 21st, 2010, 4 months after the murder, right on the last day of school. Now you would think after they got arrested, it would be over, right? No, not at all. Not one bit. These young ladies were separated and everything else. But during the time that also brought them up about the investigation, which I forgot to add, and this is a little bit of real notes here. They looked at one of the young ladies were acting strange that night during the whole episode. One of the young girls that one of the twins were actually biting their arm, like really biting their arm hard. And the cops thought that was very weird and like, yo, why are you biting your arm like that? And they were like, oh yeah, I have to do that because I have a nervous condition. When in reality, the young lady was doing everything she can to try to destroy the bite mark that was on her arm because her mother had fought so hard for her life, which in the end did not save her because the pictures added up to the bite, to the actual bite mark of their mother's dental records. So yeah, that didn't help at all. So with all the overwhelming evidence, like any other young criminals, they were separated. Nobody really didn't say anything. Everybody hold their mouth until finally, on January 2014, close to the anniversary of what happened with their mother, they decided to come in, both of them, and talk with investigators and tell them the whole story for a plea deal to get voluntary manslaughter. And with that being said, they admitted they're wrong, and the young lady was sentenced to 30 years in prison. That's right, 30 years in prison. Now, one of the young ladies, Tasmiyah, is serving her sentence in Pulaski State Prison. Jasmiyah is in Arundel State Prison. Now, they were eligible for parole in 2017, but I don't think they got granted parole. Now, I don't know if they got granted parole, which I doubt they did, because I'm looking now and trying to figure this out. And yeah, they still in jail. I I wasn't expecting it anyway. I mean, when you get a murder case like this, bad case. I mean, they killed their mom. I mean, nobody's not going to grant you any kind of parole for your mom, and especially if you did. So, yeah, that's looking like they eligible for parole. They just at that mark where they could go for parole for 2019, 2017. I don't think up for parole again to next year, maybe. I don't know for sure, but I know one of them had went on to do good and get their degrees, fight them out of prisoners because they're trying to do everything they can not to get something, a chance to go for it, they get it. Well, guys, this just goes to show you that you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot underestimate anybody. Now, again, you see these pictures of these sweet girls. I want you to see pictures of them when they first are arrested. It's, it's scary. Zero, and how much malice against the mother to kill her. Stab her so many times that, yeah, and that's a lot to grasp. It goes to show y'all you can't trust nobody at all. You know who it is. It's the host, Joel, man. Do me a huge favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell all the way up top. Please like and share. Also, too, do me a huge favor if you're on my podcast. Please go to the description section and donate to all of my links to help the content giving you this type of awesome crime story because you're not going to find it anywhere else. Not as this authentic, not this real at all. With that being said, take care of yourself and remember, never underestimate anyone just because of their size of what they're not capable of doing. And also, keep everybody close to you, even the ones that claim to love you the most. Those are the ones that will hurt you the fastest. So I got for y'all guys. Take care. That's right. Produced by your boy, Joel Davis. Music courtesy of Restream. Royalty free. Be prepared for our new series coming out for the month of September. Parasite and Matricide. and kids kill their parents. Take care of yourself.